Caitlin Clark isn't just dominating on the court, she's also showing an MVP mentality that's leaving everyone in awe. Clark twisted her ankle in the last game, and that could have been the end of the line for many rookies, but what did she do? She got up and kept playing like nothing happened, and you know what's even more incredible? What she said after the game will shock you.
Yeah, I saw the replay. I look really soft. It wasn't that bad at the time, but I heard.
That, my friend, is the mentality of an MVP. Clark not only downplayed the injury but even joked about looking soft in the replay. She didn't even want to go to the locker room. She asked them to tape up her ankle right there and kept playing, and you know what's most impressive? She didn't just stay in the game, she dominated. Clark finished the game with 19 points, 7 rebounds and 7 assists, and she even tied the record for three-pointers by a rookie in the WNBA with 85 in the season. But it's not just about stats, it's about leadership, resilience, and a fierce determination to win. Clark is elevating the entire Indiana Fever team with her. On the court, the Fever already has 14 wins this season, the most since 2016. Clark isn't just playing well, she's redefining what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. Now let's talk about why Caitlin Clark is practically a lock for Rookie of the Year, folks. It's not an exaggeration to say she's in a league of her own. First, let's look at the numbers. Clark is leading all rookies in points and assists per game. She's not just leading, she's dominating. Clark is averaging 8.3 assists per game. That's not just good for a rookie, it's the best in the entire league. On social media, many are already saying she's an overwhelming favorite for the award, but it's not just the numbers that count, it's the impact Clark is having on the game. She's making plays that veterans with years of experience in the league would be proud of. Check this out, she simply left the defender lost, not to mention her court vision, her passing ability, her long range shooting. It's all at an elite level, and you know what's most impressive? The consistency. Many rookies have ups and downs, but Clark maintains a high level game after game. In the last few games before this ankle injury, she was averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Comparing her to her main competitor Angel Reese, the difference is clear. While Reese has stood out in rebounds, Clark is impacting the game in multiple and consistent ways. Speaking of Angel Reese, we have to discuss what she announced. While Caitlin Clark is focused on dominating the courts and taking the Indiana Fever to the playoffs, it seems Reese is dividing her attention. Recently, Reese announced the launch of her own podcast. Now don't get me wrong, it's great that players have projects off the court, but the timing is interesting to say the least. Let's take a look at what Reese said about the podcast. It's another way for me to connect with my fans and reach new audiences I wouldn't necessarily have before. I can't wait to share a different side with listeners and have them come on this ride with me. It's a cool initiative, no doubt, but while Reese is preparing to record podcast, Clark is breaking records and leading her team to crucial victories. And we can't ignore Reese's recent performance on the court. In the last game against the Las Vegas Aces, Reese only made 4 of 16 shots. Yes, she grabbed 22 rebounds, which is impressive, but many of those rebounds came from her own missed shots. Contrasting this with Clark, who even after twisting her ankle continued playing at a high level and leading her team. This leads us to an important question: is Reese's divided focus affecting her game? Meanwhile, Clark seems 100% committed to basketball and constantly improving her game. The difference in mentality between the two is becoming increasingly evident, and this could be the deciding factor not only in the Rookie of the Year race but also in their long-term careers.
Hey, thanks for checking out my gig. My name is Corey Perkins, and I'm a voiceover talent. I've lent my voice to various different projects, including commercials, video games, and YouTube narrations. If you're checking out my gig, you're in need of my services. Feel free to contact me and order so we can get started on your project.